Excellent.
Hey.
Hey, welcome to the Omniverse Chronicles. This is part 3 of Starhold. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Last week I did the recap and then had everybody introduce themselves. Let's do it the correct way. Everybody, let's all say who's here. Who's here? Masha, who's here?
Me, I'm here. My name is Masha. I like playing tabletop games with my friends, including the one we're playing right now, which is Starhold. But if you'd like me yes, if you'd like to watch me play D&D, I do that this upcoming Wednesday on Turntables RPG. And if you would like to meet me in the multiverse, I'm playing a lot of Marvel Rivals. Anyway, who's next?
Nice. Percy.
Howdy, it's Percy. You know me. I'm the guy. I'm big. I have big hair. I talk a lot. I'm playing Odie, and I don't have a cool like podcast where I play tabletop RPGs. But I am a professional wrestler and a professional wrestling commentator, and you can actually see me at Naptown All Pro.
Susan.
Hello, I'm Susan, and I'm playing Rogers, your friendly neighborhood augmented space chef. Yeah. Uh-huh. I am on Instagram at neither right nor wrong. Come look at awesome pictures and talk about writing. I'm also in a podcast, Novel Games. You can find that novelgamespodcast.com. We just had the next episode released today. Hey, so yeah, if you haven't listened to it yet, it's the start of a new chapter. Maybe jump in.
Nice. I'm
Yes.
Tasselhoff Allgood, and I'm workshopping middle names. So I'd love some feedback on what
Hezekiah.
flows. Ooh, oh, that's a
You say
contender.
Izakaya?
That's a contender. I like it.
I was gonna say Idris. I think that'd be really
Ooh,
nice.
that's good. I'm playing Husker, the engineer slash technician slash pilot. I'm here to do those things. And in real life, remind me when we sign off that we have a small announcement for this Friday for some new crit show content.
Ba, ba, ba.
Yeah.
OMG.
Right.
Do it for the content.
And I am the artist formerly known as Rev.
Also currently.
Dated, yeah. Also currently noted as Rev. Dated reference. Yeah. So last week, I feel like really the highlights are that they got the elevator working in the sense that it always opens. And it never doesn't open. They found the captain's quarters. They found a compost heap. They found the fusion reactor room. The compost heap didn't have its own room, just in an office. That seems unusual, but no worries. And in the captain's quarters, they discovered that essentially what had been happening is that a couple hundred years ago, the ship had a catastrophic engine failure to the point where the engines had to be released. The ship was stuck. It was stranded. And the captain, in his attempt to make sure the mission did not fail, moved the priority of the tech units so that their number one goal was to protect the environmental key, moving that above all the other goals that the text units had, including protect the crew, protect the civilians, protect the ship, etc. As part of this, they discovered basically a cycle where they would let out a number of people that would fully station or fully crew the ship, give them about 10 years to try to solve the problem of the ship is stuck in space. How do we make that not the case? And then they slowly started to raise the temperature on them for a couple of years until the point where the temperature got to a kind of uncomfortable level. And that night, the fusion reactor would flare to life and the cycle would start again. And in those couple of years, they were harvesting the water and the nutrients from the soon to be deceased crew. And then, as a side note, the crew is the mulch pile. That leaves us back on the in the captain's quarters. The four of you are reunited. You've got the elevator there with you. You do know that the ship is on red alert. The security is active. But Masha, you've got one more question.
Oh, right.
Do I really?
Yeah,
Oh no.
you've still got a hold.
Uh-oh.
Your last hold was what happened here? And this is you going through the captain's logs.
Let's see.
I hear you've been inspecting my dumps.
Excuse me? Do what?
Is that the Departed?
No, the Foreigner.
The foreign.
Yeah.
Okay, so I did already ask what happened here, right?
Yep, and that's where
Um,
you piece together all of the history of the ship.
What can help me?
What can help you with what? Like what's your intent here?
All of it. Help.
Just a general
Well,
help.
so we kind of had, I think, a little bit of a back and forth at the end of last session about how we need to figure out what the environmental key really is, because that seems to probably be what we're looking for, and also what the text units are protecting. So I think perhaps what can help me figure out what is the environmental key, like which of the many flora in the atrium, if there at all, is the one we want.
Yeah. So I think that as you are trying to get a sense of this, you're going back through the captain's journals and his the various information he has on his computer, and you do know, like, we will confirm that yes, absolutely, what you're looking for is in the atrium.
Right.
That is why it is still alive. It is still flourishing. The text units have been feeding it, have been watering it, despite the low amount of water available. Um, I think that you pretty easily find documentation of it being brought onto the ship, and it doesn't sound like it's very big. It was like brought on board by a scientist, but it is at the dead center of the atrium.
Okay.
And the atrium is just a big circle.
No pictures, no
No.
damn.
Mhm.
Well, I will share with my fellow crewmates that what we are looking for is at the dead center of the atrium. And
Yeah.
reiterate a point I made again last session, which is like, and I'm sure that Tex isn't mad at us or
mean,
anything.
I know one of them's gonna be mad at me because I got this, and I pull up like a little bit of the leg wreckage I still have.
Yeah, and
Oh.
I do want to point out too that the last thing that we had last week was the description of the flashback. So the crew is being turned into mulch and harvested for nutrients and water is also all new information to the three of you.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's just blow right past the human mulching. If the thing that we're looking for, we don't know what exactly it is or what it looks like. If we know it's dead center of the atrium, we at least just know to take whatever the hell's there and run, right? That's not far from the ship.
Yeah, my one thought and worry is that yes, it was small when it was brought on board, but that was hundreds of years ago, and it's been watered and fertilized, and I'm still not sure if it's like a like a sapling that turned into a massive tree or a slow growing something. I don't have my trowel. But yeah, I guess we get to the middle and we just see what's there and try to take it home.
Yeah.
Or rather to the captain.
Yeah.
Oh, can I connect with the captain?
Sure.
In a minute.
Hey, Captain, are you in the ship all right?
Yes. How's everything going inside? I haven't heard from you all. I was hoping it was going well.
We got a lot of information that we need. Does the phrase environmental key mean anything to you?
It should it?
I don't know.
Oh. It doesn't. Um does it mean anything to you?
I think that's what we're looking for.
Oh, that's what we're here to get?
I think.
All right.
Do we have a way of getting a big ass tree on the ship?
Uh like what do you mean? Like we could lay it on its side and put it in long ways. Peanut butter and jelly the long way.
The long way.
I was. Listen, my next question was, are we sure we got a hole big enough for that? And then I stopped myself.
No.
I mean, we
Sorry.
are on a spaceship. It's
We're devolving.
yeah.
Okay. I think, yes, things are going okay. If we could be ready to leave maybe pretty quickly, I think we gotta grab it and run.
So, do I need to be like opening the hatch and clearing space for a tree?
Hold on. I'm gonna like look at the rest of them. Should I have the captain clear in space for a big tree?
We don't know that it's a tree.
We don't not know that is not a tree.
Okay.
Yeah, but
We
do we
should
know
have
that it is not indeed truly a tree that's not a tree that is going to be going on our ship?
What he said.
what if we just have like a medium amount of space on the ship?
Okay, Captain.
Mm.
Um
Mm.
um medium Ember says a medium amount of space.
Don't listen to me.
No, I knew a medium before, and she wasn't that big actually.
What is that? A medium amount of space for a tree?
What if we
Yeah.
just figure out what it is and then ask the captain to clear the space after?
Okay, I'll call you back.
Oh, all right.
Okay, love you, bye.
Oh,
Click.
I think we do get like a jump of the camera of the captain just like
Uh-huh.
I think it's
Yeah, but-
definitely understood that that's not the first or last time the
Yeah.
captain will make that face
Yeah.
or have that exact reaction.
So yeah, what do you all want to do?
I don't know if it's safe to go to the atrium. Period.
Mhm.
Probably not.
So we need to game plan getting to the atrium, figuring out what the environmental key is, and then, based on its size, figuring out picking it up and taking it from point A to point B. I wish the logs were less vague.
We
Right now,
well, we don't know precisely what's above the atrium, right?
let me check my map.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, the very top, like, you know that you can see from the viewing station all the way down into the
Oh,
atrium.
okay. So it is just open.
It's just open area. Yeah.
I
Oh.
got it. I got it. I got it.
At least, yeah.
I-
If there is anything on that side of the elevator, it's not terribly large.
Right. Right. There is at least space.
Yeah.
Open space,
Yes.
not just
So
glass.
you could walk
space.
through the elevator and look down
Right.
from the viewing station.
I
Okay.
was gonna ask, yeah. So like, if one of us did go over to the viewing station, I volunteer myself, and I did peer down into the atrium. Like, what do I see dead center of the atrium? Is it just the big ass tree?
Are you going out there?
I mean, it's right there,
Yeah.
and all the doors are open. So
Yeah, they are.
I'm basically looking at it
I'm
anyway.
gonna come with him.
Okay.
Woody meanders over to the viewing station.
What about the two of you? You guys staying in the captain's quarters? Or are you going with the crew over to the viewing station?
I'm gonna follow Husker.
Okay.
Think we should split up.
Yeah. Yeah, so the four of you head down the hallway to the elevator, through the other side of the elevator, out onto this kind of glass walkway that looks out into space and then looks down into the atrium. I think as you all look down, you can see that the tech unit at the front desk has not moved, but one of its arms is like missing, like its hand is just folded away, and there's an open tube there, and it just seems to be like looking around.
What do you mean by an open tube? Why?
Just like if you were like just to pop the hand off and say that there was like I don't know, like a gun or something in the forearm.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I choose to just picture a Lego man pulling the hand off, and there's just a hole there.
Yeah. And he's trying to find it. He's like, "Hmm?"
A hole filled with gunpowder.
Oh, he's got
He's
the
just-
Android 16 thing going on. I got it.
putting in the wadding, putting in the pad, packing it down.
Tally ho.
I think that as you all look down, I think Rogers is the one who can survey the scene because of your telescopic vision.
Oh.
I think everyone else can just see, like it is well maintained, but it is very full. But there is not a giant tree at the center of this atrium like that. You can all see.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 6.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
How can I possibly assist? Yeah, no, there's a way to assist for sure. I am certain. I'm going to. How does my jacket help? How does my cyber glove help? I'm overthinking it. I think there's a little bit of tenseness with all of us seeing old boy's like machine gun arm and everything else and what's going on, and I'm just very gently like, they don't know where to look. Just take a deep breath, focus in, try to see through those leaves, try to see through all that foliage. I'm just trying to, do the pilot thing and zero in on the goal, the landing strip.
All right, roll plus bond.
Okay.
What do I have for bond with you? That is a 3.
Dang.
You're so bonded.
Oh, I didn't even need the 3. That's a 13.
All right, so Susan, re-roll your lowest die.
Excellent. Here we go. Hey. So that turns it into an 8.
Yes.
Okay. So you get a hold 1.
All right. I'm gonna ask.
And actually,
what
let me.
can-
Let me describe what you see, because I think that just that is just part of having the cybernetic eye, and then you can ask a question based off of that. It makes more sense.
Okay.
I think you peer over and you feel the eye starting to dilate and shift, and it starts to go through the various frequencies that you can see in. And I think down at the center, you see that there is a disc that's maybe 2 feet across, and it is kind of craggy and it shifts materials. But you can see that it is at the center of this place, and as you kind of shift through and see the heat signature of it and the different energies that it's giving off, it actually looks like elements. You can tell that there is carbon and tungsten, and just there are different elements in this disc, and that parts of it are kind of leaking off into the earth.
Ooh. Okay. I was gonna ask what can help me.
In what sense?
Is that the best question still?
I don't know.
Thank you, subconscious. Um,
let's talk through this together.
Let's go with the classic. Is there something important I'm missing?
Yeah.
Is there something important you're missing? Roll something for me real quick. I just want to, just for my own edification. Roll 2d6 and add your head to it.
Okay. I'm grabbing new dice since the other ones are in trouble.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Let's see. It's 8. Oh, 9 head.
Okay. I think that you have not described Rogers as particularly clever, but as observant. And you've been listening to the story that Ember was telling. You've been seeing the way that the text units have responded to you all here. You know kind of the history of what the crew was trying to solve and could not solve. You have a ship. You have a way off of this place. That's all the text unit ever wanted for the environmental key, was for it to be able to go where it's supposed to go. That was the right question.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
This may be a very short episode.
Okay. Huska, I have an idea.
Oh, yeah. All right. Shoot.
Okay. I think we should find one of the text units. By the way, in my head and in my notes, I've been spelling it TEX this whole time.
Mhm.
And it wasn't until the announcement in the Discord where I saw TECS that I went, oh.
I mean, I was pronouncing it TEX.
Yeah.
There's
I
I've
would say
spelled
those two things the same way, to be fair.
Yeah. always of the mind that Tex was TEX, and I've only seen him with like a 10-gallon hat on. But it's also because I love Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, and I already have a tech, and that's the little computer from Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. That's my tech.
We need to ambush one of them, right? And we need to get it, and we're gonna plug you into it, and then you're gonna
Plug-
do your hacker stuff.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I
And
don't. Yeah, I
then
don't got plugs. Wait, what?
and then that's how it works, right? I don't know. We're gonna plug you into it, and you're gonna convince it to let us take the key on our ship and get out of here.
I mean, I got if I can drive it, I can plug into it, but I don't. I need to. Take its head. Does its head come up? I don't know. This is old tech. I don't think old
pretty
old techs.
Pretty
Okay.
sure the engine's blown, which is like the whole reason it's like floating out here.
Yeah.
No. We just need to tell them that we can get we need to convince them to let us take the key. Cause that's what it's they want.
That's true. Can I? Do you guys mind? Tell me no. Can I try something? Real quick.
No.
Okay, that's
Yes?
one no. Oh no. Now we're even.
Wait,
You said tell me
Yeah,
no.
what do you want? Communicate. What do you?
Yes.
I just want to.
Shut up and do it.
I lean over the rail. What is this thing called? The environmental key, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get the environmental key to where it's supposed to go with our ship.
I'm taking cover. Taking cover.
I think that there's a brief pause, and then you hear security systems deactivating.
I turn around slowly. I almost shit my pants.
I
High five.
am not going to answer.
Because I did.
No. Maybe.
I
Yeah.
gesture to the elevator. Shall we?
I mean, now's as good a time as ever.
I have my thermal knife out, just like ready.
Oh yeah, I have like my blast cannon like on my shoulder, just waiting for everything to go bad.
Yeah, you all get into the elevator and head over, and you start to go down, and the elevator stops on the 4th floor, and the side that is above the atrium. Well, they both open. they both
That's right.
open. So you see the derelict cryo room, but the other door opens as well, and there is a very small room with a techs unit who is like plugged in. There are cords coming out of the head, the hands, the chest. Like it is plugged in entirely. But you notice that it is full body. Like it is not 4 mechanical legs from the waist down. And when that door opens, it disconnects and looks at you all. Greetings. And it steps out onto the elevator, and then the elevator continues down to the atrium.
Hey, buddy.
I'm Tex Prime. It is nice to meet you. My understanding is that you have a way to get the environmental key off of our ship.
Yes. I think what we don't know is where it's supposed to go, but all we need is that information.
You will understand that it is in my prime directive to accompany it to its location. I do not need to bring all of me, though. Just this unit would suffice. But I can give you the star chart that would allow you to. He doesn't say. He knew the words he was going to say. That would allow you to visit the planet that it needs.
He's a little.
to go
This is the fun text unit.
to go in place.
Hey, Tex, what's your silly setting at?
Oh, 79.
No. Can you bump
Dang
that
it.
down by 10?
Yeah, I was gonna say missed
And we're
opportunity.
gonna get really silly.
That's secretly
That-
what it's at. Wink.
What? Nah,
Nice.
we're taking him. We're taking him.
Tex Prime question: how far does the environmental key have to go from here?
For us, it would have been another 20 years. What is the capability of your spaceship? Does it travel faster than light?
Yeah.
Is
Oh
it-
yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We do like wormholes and shit now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he gives you just kind of the basic like system that it's in, and it would take you a couple of jumps. You could be there within a matter of hours.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We can do. Yeah. We can do that easy. Easy.
Excellent.
Should we confirm plans with our captain?
Oh. Captain,
Yeah. Did you hang up on me last time?
no, it was a bad connection. Are we? There's no tree anymore.
I'm glad I didn't clear space for it.
Are we clear to have another not person someone come with us onto the ship? Permission to board?
Rogers, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Is there someone else I could talk to? Because I don't understand what you're asking me.
Yes.
I appreciate the hustle.
Who's got the other head? The thing.
Ember does.
I think
Amber.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I think
you
I
gotta talk
put-
there.
Why is my second in command not talking to me?
Do not continue the bit, Masha. Okay. This is how you get murdered. Okay. Hi, Captain.
So
I think
what now?
Oh, so there is this ship is devoid of people, but not of moving kind of thinking beings. There's a AI named Tex that needs to come with the payload in a kind of non-negotiable violence against us kind of way, I think.
I see. So can you bring a robot along with whatever it is we're actually here to get?
Yes,
But
that's
it's
the question.
ice, and it's not like it's coming with it if it leaves.
Correct. But it doesn't have to all come with. I didn't get a confirmation of what that means, but perhaps not like a whole humanoid robot figure and just a bit of
No.
it.
I think just the one guy and not all of
Oh,
them.
just the one guy. It's a whole robot. Yep. I
Yeah, not all of
misunderstood.
the dozens.
Oh,
of them.
there's more than one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's a whole system of various robotically shaped beings. There's a lot to catch you up on.
Okay.
Ember.
Mm.
You sound like me trying to explain death to the robots right now.
Mhm, yeah.
It's just
In a bad way. In a bad way.
no,
Didn't you have a service?
good-
Didn't you have a service job before this?
good
like,
way.
What's happening?
Totally a good way.
I thought you talked to people for a living. Like, what happened?
The people there was never the compost of human body.
Your
Okay,
mic's
that's
still on,
new.
by the way. Your
That-
mic's still
that-
on. Your mic's still on.
Shit.
Compost of human bodies.
It's an. I hate to say it. Basically, what happened on this ship, which is hard for me to grasp, which is perhaps why the communication from our end isn't as strong as it could be, is that every living person on this ship was at some point mulched to keep alive the plants in the atrium. Um, Kind of a harrowing discovery, and I'm sorry that customer service Ember couldn't communicate that in a way that wasn't also horrifying. So anyway, do we have your permission to bring along the payload and also a robot man named Tex Prime?
Yes, I believe that is a great option compared to being mulched.
Yes. I'm glad that you agree. We're going to do that. Any other questions
Is
before I end the call? Yes.
yes, is this man? I was told tree, and then I was told medium. What sizes do? What size is man? Is it man like us?
Yes.
So I don't. Okay, I'm going to clear a bunk or a electrical outlet.
Give me 1 second. And I think I like end the call for a second and I turn to Tex Prime and I say, what do you need to bring with you? Like a power bank, perhaps, or a large electrical cord.
Oh yes, with the distance and the time that you say we will be traveling, I do not need anything. I am fully charged. I will bring a small amount of food and water for the environmental core.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Click, Captain. Apologies.
Mm,
I think we just need enough space on the ship that the Tex Prime can just be there.
great.
Yes.
Then I will see you soon.
Yes. I will update you if anything changes.
Wonderful.
Click.
So what'd she
you
say?
Don't call me out on my customer. So we've all
You-
just been
you didn't-
on the receiving end of
you-
horrors.
you-
Absolute horrors.
You
Oh, didn't you work a customer
you-
service job?
you-
Mulch people?
you
Yeah. What's up?
did not did not say I
Massaging
love
people.
you to the captain.
Tex?
Roger.
Click. Captain,
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I forgot to say it, but I love you.
Thank you.
Click.
Tell her I love her too. Oh,
Click.
She already knows
Captain.
I love her.
Yes.
Captain.
no, it's now it just sounds
Yeah,
Husker.
now you're desperate.
patronizing.
Husker also loves you. I'm sorry.
Just
he loves the ship, I know.
it's no. What did she say?
Click.
Tex, do you need like a hand with the mulch?
Oh,
I don't offer that.
Because I want to
Me
get
too.
going.
No, I believe I have sufficient internal space to store what is needed.
Oh,
oh.
cool. You got like a does your chest like open up right there?
He like lifts both hands and they retract, and you hear like,
Nice,
and he departs on the elevator.
nice. I've seen
Oh.
some bender units that can do that.
And then from downstairs, you hear like,
This is worse than it was before somehow. But yeah, I'll let the team know that the captain is fine with us bringing Tex Prime because I don't think we have a choice anyway. So.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always get him on the ship, and then like I flex the glove, but like I think he's chill, so it's fine. I don't think we need to do anything.
the text at the desk is just watching you plot.
Just looking back and forth between us all, like, huh.
Yeah, no, he's chill. He's on board. Well, I mean, he's not on board. He will be.
Text at the desk unit. Can you contact the text downstairs and ask him to bring just a little bit extra mulch for the herb garden I have on the ship?
Of course.
That's
There's a
We're getting-
couple
that's-
a couple
That's
moments
peaceful.
a couple moments pass. And
Everything Everything was everything at one point in time. Grow up.
I, uh,
Well, I,
we're just gonna eat those, or
I just won't eat seasoned food.
Was everything at one point. Grow up. We're all just atoms.
The romantic version is like we're all made of stardust. The non-romantic version is people mulch grew your herbs.
After a couple of moments, Tex Prime comes back up the elevator. Both of his hands back on the outside.
Thank God, honestly, Rev.
Ugh.
And he starts walking over towards the lip of the atrium. If you'd be so kind as to follow me.
I
And
will lead the way behind the Tex Prime.
yeah, you follow Tex Prime, and they take you through this little bit of a wandering path. Again, this is a huge area, and everything in here is well manicured, but there is a lot of it. But you do get to the center, and there is this, 2 foot across, this kind of disc of, it almost kind of looks like stone, but like part of it is kind of plasma, and part of it is like water, and you can see like just little chunks coming off of it, but it's like respawning inside of itself. Like it is almost like a fountain with no source. Like there are just little pieces coming off of it and out of it.
Wow.
so Tex, like, what does this do? Do you know, or do you just protect it, or feed it, or maintain it?
Yes, the environmental key are the necessary elements to finish the process of terraforming a planet.
Holy shit!
Everything contained within this disk will allow the fauna and flora to flourish.
Now,
Currently, the planet is not fully terraformed and is uninhabitable. Once this disk is installed, life will be able to be lived on this planet.
well, shit. All
we're
right.
gonna we're gonna help make a livable planet. Man, I was just expecting to like beat up some robots and find some cool doohickey. This is way cooler.
Yeah, that is way cooler. All right, let's get it loaded up.
Oh yeah, is this safe to handle? Am I like, are you handling this? He's like talking to Tex.
If you have, I can handle it. There are special gloves that will allow you to handle this. Would you like me to retrieve those?
Maybe for future reference, just in case we need to like trade it off once we get where we're going. We should have those probably. Yeah.
Very well.
Thanks.
And he starts to like reach down into the earth, and you can kind of see that his hands like move around the exterior, pulling up the dirt. And he lifts this out, and it continues just like a wellspring. Like there are just pieces kind of leaping off of it and falling, and you can see them like it's ridiculous how quickly the scar created by lifting this out of the earth like starts to moss over, and then grass starts to grow. And as he is finishing this process, one of the other Tex units with the mechanical legs comes clittering down. I said it again.
No.
I just
Skitter, skitter,
that's the sound because it's like on metal.
Skitter clatter.
Yeah. Comes down with these this set of gloves, and holds them out for whoever wants to take them.
I'll take a pair just to have them, but I'll let him do his thing with moving it.
Okay. Yeah. Um, if you would be so kind as to escort me to your ship.
Absolutely. Let's roll. And yeah, we'll head that way.
Okay. Yeah, you all exit the atrium and start heading back towards the ship. As you get into the docking bay, the door opens and the captain steps out, and I think that as soon as the captain and the environmental key are in the same place, like you see that same kind of blank look go over the captain's face
Mm.
that was there when they first arrived and told you that you needed to go without them. What is everybody doing when this happens?
I mean, I think I kind of instinctively rush to her side just in case. Like, I'm not sure what physical toll this might have, but I'm just ready to assist if, she's going to go down or anything.
I activate like my hearing and my sight. Ever since the first time this happened, I was like, where's this coming from? This is weird and cool. So I just want to kind of see if there's like a frequency I can see or hear, or if it's all like space magic.
Yeah, I don't think there's a rule for this. Like it is not trying to keep secrets from you. There are like spores coming off of the environmental key, and you can see that the captain is breathing them in. And I think that like as you recognize this and like are examining them, like a couple go into your face as well, and we get another of these strange like flashbacks inside of Roger's head of like the ship locking down and breaking, and at some point the text units like loading those spores into these capsules and just jettisoning them out into space. And like you follow one of those capsules as it crashes into this like junk heap on this planet, and this guy finds it and cracks it open and like breathes it in, and you recognize from the description it's the guy that gave the captain the tattoo.
Oh, cool.
And so yeah, these spores are communicating, trying to get assistance as well.
Cool.
But the
Out of
captain's
character, that makes me uncomfortable. I feel like it now has like a malicious intent or something.
it all seems it's you there's no you feel no threat from the spore.
Well, of course not. I've breathed them in.
That's what a spore would
That's
say.
what it wants you.
That's
what
that's what a spore would say. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We got Micah knitted. Oh man,
Oh,
being
oh,
assimilated.
jeez.
So you all get into the ship and you prepare to take off. I wasn't joking when I said I think this is going to be a short episode, because you bypassed all of the issues here.
Yay.
So what I want to do is I kind of want to do a bit of end of session here. Like I normally this was not where this would fall, but I think it makes sense.
We are so good at
Yeah.
Starhold.
Where
so
are where are my end of session questions?
We didn't almost
Wait.
die a couple of times at all.
Here, while
I
Rev
want to
looks
point out.
that up.
I want
Okay.
to point out that we also set off the alarm, turned
Yep.
off the alarm, set
Yes.
off the alarm, and turned off the alarm.
Yes.
Immediately every single time.
It's fine.
Okay, so here are the questions for the end of Crisis, and I think that like this is kind of the as we kind of roll credits on this part of the story is you're all disconnecting from the Demeter, and we see like all of its interior stuff like shutting down again, and we see the text unit inside like placing the environmental key on like one of the bunks, and like Inspector Gadget, one of his fingertips like slides open and a little bit of sludge comes out and he puts it on, and then the other one like a little bit of water. And then he puts some in a cup for Rogers. So did anyone's connection with another spacer change and so that can change a up one or down one if you think that your relationship with someone else changed over the course of this story.
I think my relationship with Odie probably went up one. We spent a lot of time, just the two of us,
Mm.
and when shit hit the fan, he was right there. He had my back. I think he physically like put himself in danger to protect me. So I think it went up with Odie.
Yeah. Okay.
Always will. Always will.
I feel like up with Ember as well. Like just seeing her even do some of the things that not just kind of leading the charge as we went, which I already knew she would be good at, but then also doing a couple of the things that I would assume I would be good at, and doing it so well and so succinctly that I'm just like, fuck yeah, okay, that's why she's first mate. Like, just that respect level was demonstrated very well, and that is obviously what Husker respects.
Anyone else?
Is there a maximum connection bonus?
3.
Okay. So I can't make mine with Husker any deeper, but I feel like same. The like way that I watched Husker use technology was very cool, and I think that Ember has a deeper respect for her crewmate. But it's still just a +3.
Sure.
I'm just saying it because,
I
Yeah.
don't think
No,
it's-
absolutely.
because it's a roleplay game and it's fun.
No.
And I don't think any of it increased or decreased for Odie, because for him this has been business as usual.
Yeah.
That's just it for him. Is he kind of like he did exactly like protecting Rogers wasn't anything exceptional to him. He's like, no, this is my job. I
Yeah.
protect my people. And then same with he knew Husker would do his job well. And additionally, Odie just loves messing with Ember, and he did so. And when any chance he got, and Ember took it all in stride, and that's expected. For him.
Totally.
Rogers, any thoughts of up or down with any of the other crew?
Um, I ooh, this is probably dumb, but I think it might have gone down one for Ember. She was supposed to be our leader in the situation.
Mm.
Um, and she was just so much more like, I don't know if timid's the right word, but uh not as reactionary, not as positive maybe as the captain usually is. There was a lot of, wait, let's think about this, or no, I don't think that's a good idea, or oh, we should stay together. And I think it might have gone down a little bit. That
Okay.
wasn't a huge fan of that.
That's totally fair. Next, what was I forgot these questions are so good. And so this is a question for each of you. What was the most tense moment of the story so far?
The most tense moment, I think, is when the elevator door opened from the like mulch office space towards Odie and Rogers, and they had to, deal with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the tech unit discovering us being in off limits
Yes.
area.
And
Yeah.
activating the like ship-wide security detail. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I feel like that
Yeah.
was tough.
I second that. The just on off, it's attacking, it's down, it's alarms and then not, just that whole intertwining kind of panic on multiple levels was very good.
Yeah.
For Rogers, the character, that absolutely that was it. But for Susan the player, I had the most tension, and at the beginning of this episode of like, we know what we know. How are we going to get down there? Like
Sure.
Mhm.
this
Yeah.
that question of like, how are we not going to get killed? This whole we can't turn it off again. This whole place is on high alert. Oh shit, like what are we gonna do?
Sure.
That was the moment for me, the player. I was like, oh, we're gonna have to come up with this solution, and I don't know how.
What was the best moment?
I nominate the same tense moment of on off, doors open, closed, attack and not, like just those tandem moments like that. I mean, anyone that's heard me talk about this sort of thing in detail knows that my favorite moment in almost anything is a good team dynamic moment. And just like, you know, yeah, people working together when it's the worst situation uh, is always compelling to me.
I found a compelling moment to also be Husker like frying a computer to kick off, like to take down the surveillance cameras that were right outside of the captain's quarters. I thought that was like a very cool use of like gear
Oh,
on a
thank you.
character sheet. Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I was also going to nominate Husker
Oh.
for bravely screaming down to the text unit and drawing all of their ire, which I did not think was going to work.
I didn't either, but you know,
That was an awesome Hail Mary. I thought that was so cool. I also did thoroughly enjoy watching Ember have the exact kind of conversation with the captain that I knew that they I very much love feeling like, yep, that's their dynamic.
yeah. And I mean, it's not a moment, but Rogers communicating tense things in any situation is maybe just my favorite thing. Period. Like just blanket statement in existing.
It's like,
The
oh, I
accent
understand.
makes it so good too.
Oh yeah, it's
It's
perfect.
we understand why we have a kitchen and not a communications hub now because Rogers can't communicate.
Oh
But
no.
dang it, they're trying and
Oh,
they're doing their best.
so good.
Did everybody answer? I feel like I'm missing one, but I may not be.
I think so.
Okay. What would anyone change, if anything?
My pants after all of this. I
Oh.
um, I Rogers was pitching a ridiculous solution to a simple problem to Husker in the hopes of maybe prolonging the story.
I'm so
So
sorry.
I think
I'm so sorry.
I think maybe like that's the only part that I would change is like, oops, we found it so fast. I want to play alone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it was good. It was good. I was just like, how
I
can my character make this a bit more silly?
in my defense, I genuinely was expecting machine gun bullet spray in our direction.
I think if there's anything I would have changed, it would have been to communicate what was going on with our captain before it was kind of like resolved, if that makes sense. Because we were kind of like, hey, boss, we found the thing on our way.
Yeah.
You know, and instead it would have been like, hey, boss, what do you think about the terrible deaths of hundreds and thousands of people on this ship? Like, it
Yeah.
could have been a cool moment for the captain.
Yeah.
Which I guess is just our DM rev, but I don't know.
Sure.
I think it could have been a cool
It's just
opportunity.
Raph. He talks all the time.
It's true. you can't stop him.
Yeah, I would have liked either more moments of us all being together because I did not have a lot of opportunities to interact with Ember and Husker.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah, you
fair.
all split up right away.
We
Yeah,
split up right
pretty
away,
immediately.
and then we solved the mysteries on both sides, like both opposite ends, and then met up, and it was like, cool, we did it, which is like
Yeah.
what every single TV show wishes happened.
Yeah. Because if I will say that, with that red alert going, I think that if you, as two separate groups, had started to get into fights with these text units, it would have been very bad.
Yep.
Because I kind of designed, I put one on each floor. So, or there was one for each room. So there was essentially a dozen of them. And I had kind of designed them of like, these are something that were designed to like protect the travelers. So they're sturdy. So I'll kind of build these in a way where I think the group of them can take down one without a ton of difficulty. But if it was a constant thing of two of you against one of them, it might have been a very different story.
Oof.
Yeah. Who knew that the peaceful option was the best option?
Right?
Knights of the Old Republic did.
And
Mass Effect did.
listen, if how with um, you know, with Brandon Lee Mulligan, they say that the enemy is always capitalism.
Yeah.
The thing that you can typically take to the bank, if you can sort out the way that my mind is working, is that the best solution is logic. And the fact that you were able to say to the computer who has been programmed for this one task, hey, we can complete this task for you. And went, okay, let's do it.
Nice.
There was no, yeah. And then lastly, what is everyone looking forward to next?
Playing.
Sure.
See you, my friends.
Out of character, I'm looking forward to whatever difficulty is going to stop us from just plopping a thing down and being like, new planet, yay. In character, I think Husker's really, really excited to see what this culmination means for the captain.
Mm-hmm. Out of character, I'm excited to see if fungus bad question mark or fungus good. As someone who's played a lot of games where oops, fungus bad. And then I think in character, I know that like when we played Oh Captain, My Captain, Ember had some regrets about like joining the crew, especially once she realized there was scarcity of things. And so I think Ember is excited to see if this will fix that. Like if there will no longer be that scarcity, which I guess is kind of the point of the whole thing. But on like a personal, kind of selfish level, she's just like, yes,
Sure.
we've done it, and now no one will be mad at me. And also maybe we'll have like salt and pepper again or whatever.
Yeah.
So
You've got some good some good spices growing.
No. Yeah, except for that part. Thanks,
Pepper corn's gonna be
Rogers.
Crazy.
That was my favorite.
That's
that
up
for
there.
me was the best moment. Was Roger saying we were all something else. What was it?
Something like that.
Everything was everything at
one
once.
point.
Grow up.
That was a great moment.
I'll go back and clip it.
Oh, it's already
It
done.
was a good clip.
It's
Oh,
already
great.
done.
Good.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Rebecca caught it.
It's like, what
Oh,
did
thank
I
you,
do?
Rebecca.
Thanks, Becca.
Oh, not everybody. Let me let you finish answering that question if you haven't so far. If there's anything in particular you're looking forward to.
Yeah. Odie is just always looking for whatever the next adventure is. Like, this was a blast. Like every time he's out in the field, he's having a blast. Usually, pun very much intended, as he gets to use his gun. So maybe that's what he's looking for too, is to get a little rough and tumble.
Yeah.
I think Rogers is looking forward to how it seems weird how this affects the captain, but like in her relationship to Rogers. Because there was that silly little line like, "Could I please talk to someone else?"
Mhm.
Which I thought was hilarious, and which Rogers, with a smile on their face, took to heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, oh,
yeah.
I'll let you talk to someone else.
Sure.
So Rogers is like, either I hit it big and the captain's gonna like me more than Julio now, or I just screwed up. So like I can't wait to see the relationship dynamics.
Nice.
All right. So everybody gets 2 points of experience.
Ooh.
Yay.
And you also get 2 gear points if there's anything you want to purchase on the way. Does that level anybody up? I don't think there were enough fails.
I don't think.
No,
I think there's
so
only
good.
been like what, maybe one total fail, or
I
no?
think Percy had one.
Yeah.
Does
Susan
it did the
one.
I had one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's
that's
right.
Do
when
That's
your
the
right.
alarm went off.
Right.
We're so talented. We don't
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
And with that, we don't gain experience. Take that to heart.
That's true.
Take
Listen.
that to heart. If you
life
don't
lessons
fail,
from the crit
you,
show.
Yeah.
you don't get experience. Fight that
Um,
person that's twice your size.
Yeah, some unusual.
You'll get
crit
experience.
So what do we think? I normally wouldn't kind of do it this way, but I think it'll be kind of fun for all of us and for anybody watching. Just no commitment to any of it. So there's a planet that's being terraformed. It's missing a key component. And it's been missing it for hundreds of years. What kind of things do we think could be out of balance? What kind of things could be off in a place like this?
Now, I do want to harken back to our our first session or what have you, that we made death an entity, correct?
Uh-oh.
We made
How
that
dare
they're
you.
like envoys of death, yes.
And so a planet bereft of life is quite literally the dominion of death.
Yeah. And it's not even bereft of life. It's like almost life.
Hmm.
Ugh.
Interesting.
And so I wonder if there is that in between of, if we don't get this catalyst here,
Hmm.
will the rest of this decay erosion take over?
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, in the absence of like whatever will balance something, you will get an overgrowth of another thing. So
Mm.
I think like to Percy's point, uh just because we are bringing something that's supposed to support, I suppose, human life and like trees and bushes and stuff, doesn't mean there isn't something alive there,
Sure.
but maybe not alive in the way that we want. Like some kind of other fungus or a bacteria, something that has made it like inhospitable in a different way.
Yeah. Because yeah, the environmental key is to terraform the planet for human life.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna also call back. This one's less serious. I'm also gonna call back to our scarcities of seasonings, and say that
Yeah.
there's no salt. There are vast
Oh,
oceans with no salt.
Horrible. Why
that
would you do this?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that like one of the big components of the environmental key is
Yeah.
I like that.
That's crazy from like a biological perspective because salt is what makes your body work,
Yeah.
basically. So,
So we might
Hot
say
plug.
not no salt, but like functionally no
Yeah.
salt.
so
Yeah.
fair, fair.
Functionally no salt. Yeah.
I mean, it's what makes our bodies work.
Right.
Right.
Not well. I got the high blood pressure to prove
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Caffeine is what makes my body work.
I have my yeah. Thanks, Percy.
Yes, same brain, same brain.
I mean, there's
All
not that
two
much
cells.
caffeine in a Diet Coke, but that's what I'm drinking it for. And also because it's my favorite beverage.
Get help.
It's second to water, which is really my favorite beverage. How about that? What else could it be missing? I think like this is maybe not quite part of what you're asking, but like one of the things that makes Earth hospitable is like our atmosphere, right? And the fact that we're like filtering out certain radiation waves and like our air is mostly nitrogen and stuff. And so just a different composition, or perhaps it's close to or far away from a star and needs more or less light filtration. So we could be entering a situation where like there is no light or there is too much light at the surface.
I was going to say in the absence of and or more than in regards to gravity. Is this
Yeah.
a planet where it was accepted that it's like, oh, this one will have less gravity or more
Yeah.
gravity? And with that, does this environmental key have a way to balance it?
Oh.
Yeah,
And
I
if
think
and even so, if it doesn't balance it, what are the repercussions of a not fully formed planet with some issue with gravity?
yeah, and that was going to be my second question is, um, this other planet, they've come to terraform, which means that there are components to it that are close enough to Earth that it can, kind of be set up to function. What are some things that could be different from Earth, but the thought would be like, we can live with that because we need like a planet that's not fucking drained of everything that makes
Yeah.
it livable.
Uh, this Percy, you inspired me with gravity talk. I don't. I think an aspect of that is that it is in some way a broken planet. Like, I mean, in a very cartoonish way, I'm almost like I'm envisioning Pac-Man with his mouth open. Like, there's literally like a whole portion of this planet that's just gone. It's still traversable in ways, but there's like that sort of exposed core kind of feel that like if you're on the literal crust of the planet where it's not broken, it's probably, fairly close to Earth. But as you start getting into those areas and getting down, like gravity affects you so much worse, and it's, raw materials and like, yeah, it's just the parts that are good are pretty close to good, but then that swath of cracked
I get
planet is just very dangerous.
I like that idea because it's much like our own planet is there's a percentage of it that is habitable. Like absolutely you can make do, you couldn't live in the desert forever. You would have to have some kind of water supply, and that is why there's communities built around that. It's not just dead center. You could live in the Arctic. It's not 100% viable. So I guess what percentage of this planet is not viable? And
Yeah.
again, to Taz's point, it's like, is there a chunk? Is there 10% of this planet that is there's just a hole in it?
I like the idea of there having been like a very similar experience to Earth where something impacted it, shattered off a piece, but maybe the gravity there isn't strong enough to like re-round everything else. That there's this like wedge that is a moon instead of an actual
Yeah.
round sphere.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Man, what
Anything
if it's
else
just
in either
what
of
if it's
these
just a
categories?
what if it's just a bad neighborhood? What if it's local? What if its local government just failed it and just doesn't have a
It's
good
possible.
education system?
Listen,
Yeah.
we play this to escape.
Come on, man. That was it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've said
Anybody else?
my main ideas.
Say more. Run the clock up.
Just keep it going.
Man, what if what we're missing is love? What if the environmental key is full of love
Yeah.
and we take it there and then all the scary fungus is like, "Wow, I don't want to be here. I want to be in love." And then they
Yeah.
kiss and make less toxic babies.
We almost got to see that as Husker was going to try to figure out how did he say how to port into the text unit without a
Oh,
helmet?
oh, oh,
Ooh.
oh.
All right. Well, yeah. So next week we will be dealing with the final step of this journey, which is this planet. I think the kind of piece of information that I will leave you all with, the kind of last image that we get, and I think it is a understanding of why this is such a treasure. Because as the ship arrives into this galaxy and then into not the orbit of this planet, but close by where you can see the star chart on your map, the star chart on your map, the star chart on your computer, which shows all of the planets, all of the moons. You know, this is the one that is shared throughout the galaxy. It is like a common code thing where everybody can update it. The planet that you're looking at does not exist on this star chart. So this is a brand new, unknown, inhabitable planet, or soon to be inhabitable planet. And that's why it will not only bring wealth, but it will bring power and it will bring influence, because you all as a crew have the environmental key to make this work,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be the only ones who know it's here and active. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Cool. Hell
Wow.
yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
everybody, let us know again where you at, where we can find you.
My name is Masha, and next Monday at the same start time, you'll find me here at this computer, figuring out if fungus is good or bad. Perhaps I'm overplaying it, and it's not important, but we'll see. If you'd like to find me in other places, I'm a cast member of Turntables RPG. We're playing D&D 5e right now and raising money for Los Angeles wildfire relief. Which I think is importante. I'm an LA native, so yeah, good stuff. Who's next?
Howdy, it's Percy, your big purse. Once again, professional wrestler, professional wrestling commentator. You can find me at Naptown All Pro. You can hear my voice, see me wrestle at IWTV or Fight TV. And you can also catch me here next week. Once we get the environmental key in, we can rule them like gods. Angry gods.
Oh no.
I'm Susan Quintana. You can find me on social media on Instagram at neither right nor wrong. Come hang out with me there. Also, you can listen to me and my very good friends play Apocalypse Keys on Novel Games.
That game
Novel
right there?
Games.
That game
The
right,
oh why
that game
why
right
this
there?
one?
You know,
Right
that
here?
game? What?
Hold it up to the camera. I want to
I'm
see
not
that.
sure.
Wait, now
I
I
think
don't.
it is.
We'll talk about this more next week, but I heard a rumor that that game is also going to be played here in the coming months. Is
Yeah,
that
too.
is that right? Are you the
What?
same Susan who's going to be running that? That can't be true. That can't be right.
Wow,
What?
I am. I am.
that's very exciting.
I will be the keeper of the keys for my group of Omen class agents. set out to make sure at least one apocalypse doesn't happen to us this year.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this because when we were deciding what game to play next on our main feed, I did because we have a good relationship with Evil Hat. I reached out to them to see like what games they were interested in perhaps highlighting, and that was one they were really wanted us to look at, but it was just we were like we need to not do like apocalypse and monsters. Like we needed a little break before we step back into that world after we finished 6 years of coin. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it played.
Yeah, you can get a little taster, a little sampling, a little aperitif, like the name of our shuttle.
Oh yeah.
Little I don't remember what the other one was.
Flavor Town.
Flavor Town.
Yeah.
Some Flavortown action. Novel Games, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, other places that I can't remember.
I almost
It's
like you said
Task's
apple
turn.
pie, and that was going to be delicious. Tass.
Oh, right, we're doing things. Yes, I am Tasselhoff. Barbara Allgood,
Good. I
Yeah.
like that one.
trying it out.
Strong.
Can I do a little tease?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so I'll lead up to that. I'm all over the Crit Show right now. You can find me Wednesdays on our Clockwinders campaign anywhere that you get your podcasts. You can find me in the $5 tier of the Patreon, where we are playing Shadows and Smoke. Shadows in the smoke. Fuck me. We're playing the Between, and it's really dope, and it's a lot of fun. You can find me on our brand new monthly show that just debuted last Friday called Fuel for Thought, where we talk about, we watch and then talk about all of the Fast and Furious movies because Rev has not seen them yet.
Wait, I've missed this content so far?
What?
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh,
the
yeah.
channel in the Discord that's been popping off lately.
How do you
That's
have the most brain dead series and you think about it? What?
oh, it's
Yeah.
it's so much fun. Where
That's so
that's
good.
Rev and I and Jesse Sky, who is an expert on all things family, which is to say Fast and Furious, and Jesse Sky is also going to be joining me once a month in the $10 tier of the corner of the Patreon. And all I'm going to say right now is that please join us this Friday for the first episode of Kick Some Ass. Dun dun dun.
Beat the fuck out of each other.
Just right on mic.
Declarative sentence.
Well,
so yeah.
I'm Rev. I am the host and GM of the first 6 seasons of the Crit Show, which is a Monster of the Week podcast that jumps into other Powered by the Apocalypse games, all within the same dimension hopping narrative. And then I am a player on season 7, which is using the Fate system, and we are using the Clockwinders Fate setting, where there is this cool little planet that it is locked. It does not rotate. And because of that, there is a section in the middle that is you can live on, no problem. The other side is ice. The other side is just way too close to the sun, fire. And there are these machines that keep it locked into place. Those machines are starting to break down, and we have to go out and fix them, or else the planet will start to rotate. And you can probably imagine a planet that hasn't rotated for a couple hundred years starts rotating again. It's going to be a bad time for everybody involved. So it has got a little bit of magic in it and some fantasy, but also steampunk technology. I've got a cute robot sidekick. Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for joining us. And we will see you next week for the 4th and final installment of Starhold, Oh Captain, My Captain.
Woo!
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.